Hey, Steve Taylor here for Amazon.com, giving you a look at the Lego Technic Porsche 911 RSR. It has 1,580 pieces. It's a huge set, and it is quite the car. In real life, you can buy a car very similar to this, the 911. I think it's a G5 or something like that. I'm not real sure. But it runs around $190,000. This one is worth a lot more, but you can get the Lego version for a fraction, probably for cheaper than you can buy the key fob for the real car. So let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. For starters, it's huge. I mean, you can't tell by looking at it right there, but let's go here. We'll measure it across here. It's about 20 inches long. It is about 5.5 inches tall at the tallest point. And it is about 9 inches wide. So it is a very large model. It is very solid. I do not know how much it weighs, but it is packed with stuff. This is not just a shell. This is a car that is totally packed, frame, engine, and all. Let's go ahead and look at the instruction book real quick. This is a book. You see, it's an actual book. This is not just instructions, but it's done in every single language known to mankind, which are pictures. They're all pictures. So as good as Lego instructions have always been, this one meets that, and if not, succeeds, because as you can see, they just do step by step. You look on one side, you're going, oh man, I can't do that. And then you look over here going, oh, I can do that. So step-by-step instructions, and it has all the parts and everything listed. So before you start, you can check all those, organize by color, by size, whatever, because they don't come in organized bags. They just come in bags. So you need to probably lay these out. That makes it a little bit easier. That's my experience anyway. It shows you what the real car looks like versus the Technic's car, and it shows you all the little different things that it does, and then the finishing and all that. So it'll go step by step, and it is quite a 295-page instruction book. Don't let that scare you, because I'm not a big fan of instructions, but the Legos are really good. Let's go ahead and look at the car. It has real working shocks. It actually springs back up. That's pretty neat. Real rubber tires, very beefy rubber tires. The doors do open. The latches are just for looks. The rear view mirrors do not have any shiny things on it. That could have been a little bit better touches there, but still pretty good. As you can see, but if I turn the front wheels, it will, with the steering wheel, it actually turns the wheels. So that's pretty neat. I like that. The side panels and everything are pretty stable. They're all snapped in with the Technics pieces. Let me go ahead and get this box out of the way so we can get a better view of the car when I turn it. This is the front, very aggressive front grille, bumpers and all. Even the bumpers bend a little bit. So very sharp. This front hood here, or boot, wherever you're from, does not have the engine in it. This is a rear engine car. There are tons of stickers for this car. They're all over the place. So they are not the ones you put in water like the old models. They're actually adhesive stickers. So there's quite a bit of that on this car. Some of the colors came on it already, but most of the stickers you need to put on yourself. There's a platform deck here, which is nice, kind of helps hold it together. There are instruments and stuff on the inside instrument panel, and which are all stickers that you need to put in before you put the car together. So all of that is in the steps. There's even a computer type right on where the horn would be on a real car. Head braces and everything, a racing seat. So very, very cool. They didn't really miss too many details here. Let's go ahead and look at the back. And that spoiler and stuff on it, that is pretty slick. I mean, that's a very aggressive looking tail on this. See if that in focus or not. So I really like that. I'd like to see the lights go on, but that's not how Lego rolls. So let's see if we can go ahead and get a look at this. Now this is probably the coolest thing of the whole thing. The back end opens up, and in here is the engine. So if I spin the back wheels, you see crankshaft turning. Now, it's a Boxster engine, so in real life, instead of being a straight or a V, this one has the pistons going horizontally in both directions. So that's a nice addition. You can see right down here the transmission or the universal joint moving. And if you can look real careful, let me see if we can do this, because this would be kind of neat. I don't know if I can do this or not, because I got to do it with 2 hands. Watch this gear. Let me see if I can. I'm trying. Hold on. Be patient with me. If you can watch this, gears move. Watch this. It goes around, and this one comes around like that. Can you see that? That's pretty slick. So they didn't really miss anything with this. They covered all their bases. That's pretty neat. So I'd like to see this to be clear, so you could see the engine, but it's not. So that would, I guess, be a minor complaint. But that's a design, not a manufacturing complaint. So anyway, this is a large car, great for putting on a shelf, for displaying. If you own a 911, this would be a great remembrance thing for your car, or kind of a thing to kind of put in your house to remember, hey, I got a 911 sitting in the garage. It is a little bit more advanced than a lot of the Legos, just the standard Legos, because it is a Technics. But because of the instructions being so good, my 10-year-old had no problems at all putting it together. It took him a few days after school, and he had it done. So he took his time, and he did a perfect job. If you're an adult, you won't have any issues doing this, because the same thing, just follow the instructions. Don't do it on your own. It's impossible. The good instructions, you're good. So we're going to sit this on a shelf, and it is going to be displayed for probably the rest of my life. Anyway, hopefully you found this review helpful. I'm Steve Taylor for Amazon.com.